HSBC Hong Kong Sevens.
Good evening and welcome to Kings Park here in Hong Kong for the final game on round 6 of the Fung AIRSIDE Men's Premiership here in Hong Kong. And so far we've been treated to 2 fantastic games of rugby with Football Club running out strong winners over Tigers, and we've just witnessed Sandy Bay beating Kowloon 85 points to 0. Hopefully we'll have a tighter game for this final game, which is between Societe Valley and MND Hong Kong Scottish. I'm joined in commentary by an old mate of mine, Hugh Alexander. How are you, mate? Are you well?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. Pleasure to be here.
So maybe in the background there you can hear we have the Lone Piper playing Flower of Scotland, I believe that is, isn't it?
Fun fact for you, Tommy Tickle can actually play the bagpipes.
Very good. So we have a few minutes here waiting for the 2 teams to come out, and looking at the 2 sides. Few changes. How's it looking for Valley today, Hugh?
Yeah, looking strong. We got a couple of the stalwarts in there. You got your Luke Diwars, Nashes, and then you got Harry back from the Sevens, which has been lovely to have him on the wing, and also Hugo at the back. Unfortunately, Ali, I'm still a bit injured, but a good opportunity for Lawrence to step up today.
Yeah, I was actually in China when Harry picked up that MCL injury, and at the time he was in a fair amount of despair. I think he was thinking perhaps his season was over. So when I saw him on the team sheet, I was pretty surprised that he's bounced back as quick as he has. Hell of a recovery.
Yeah, I think they thought it was worse than it turned out to be, which is lucky for him. So yeah, good to have him out there.
And looking at the Scottish side, they look to have put things together pretty well in the last couple of weeks, and decent win over Kowloon last week, and a win the week before. So this a huge moment in Hong Kong rugby. Jamie Pincott, 150 Premiership games for Hong Kong Scottish. Absolutely fantastic achievement. As far as records go, we're not sure if anybody else has ever done that. And within this, Jamie took 2 years off at one stage in his career. So
great guy, Jamie. Great guy.
Huge, milestone. I think he made his debut in 2012. So he's obviously been a massive servant at the game for Hong Kong Scottish and also Hong Kong, where again he's amassed 16 caps. So this game, before we get underway, we are actually going to observe a moment's silence for the passing of one of the great players of Hong Kong rugby, who sadly left us this week, Jason Going, a phenomenal man who came to Hong Kong in 1996 and left in 2016. So our thoughts go out to Iris's wife and his 2 sons and all the friends and family. The funeral happened earlier today, and Valley held a memorial for him yesterday. Superb player, 35 caps for Hong Kong, many a game of sevens, and it's a huge loss. Great man. I was lucky enough to tour with him in 1996. Quiet, unassuming man, but a huge competitor. Rest in peace, Jason.
Big game this. Haven't played each other yet.
So, an early kickoff. Early kickoff that's well met. And James Christie taking some early meters there. So some pretty solid contact early on in this game, and Squire, his second involvement already. And there he is, the century-and-a-half man, 150 not out, with a big carry there. Faisal Solomona, who had a Valley shirt on last season, back home. Oh, great charge down by Tarasanga there, but he's copped a falcon in the chops there and sat him on his heels as Valley recover the ball, and Van der Schmidt carries the ball up to the 22. They'll be looking to clear their lines here. High hanging kick. Oh, and a good run there. Squire ranging down this left edge. Bounces off Lutrahan.
Good mates, those two. That's 1-0 Dean, I think.
So Tom Wilson just has his exit pass cut off there. So Squire steps up, first receiver. Gets onto the weak shoulder there. Gets his arms through, but no one to offload to. Another thundering carry there by Pincott. Wilson now spreads it wide, playing with advantage. Connor Hartley there, really ranging through. Ball is popped through. And a phenomenal start there for Ben Rennick. Finishes off well. The ball was popped through on the floor and he was onto it like a flash. That's some start, Hugh, for Hong Kong Scottish, 2 minutes in.
Yeah, they got on the front foot early there, didn't they? Some strong carries from Faisal. Dean getting his hands on the ball early too. And I think whenever you've got Tommy Tickle on the pitch, he can always produce a bit of magic like that.
It's, yeah, two minutes without a break there was pretty long busting stuff to start the game there.
Yeah, I think Faisal's still walking back right now. He'll be a bit tired. But Valley won't let it affect them for long. They'll be thinking, let's get this kick off, down in their half, chase hard and get on the front foot ourselves.
And that is a fantastic kick there from Tom Wilson. One of the famous Got Balls actors. I was lucky enough to see him one evening play the leading role as Lady Six Pints. So high hanging kick there. Looks like Phil Salter coming away with the ball there. But the ball's been ripped away in contact there. So this is actually the first proper breakdown of the game. It's been real harem-scarum stuff so far.
Yeah, it's good to see. Ball in play. I think it's probably got a lot to do with the weather right now. Normally, ball's a bit slippery with the humidity here, but lovely crisp day for Hong Kong, so some good skillful rugby, hopefully.
So our referee today, Nico Fox, as Christie feeds this first scrummage. Great surge there from Valley. Tom Wilson tries the ball over the top, partly charged down, and he's picked up the scraps, and Squire bustling up the middle here. Christie swings it wide. Moses into the hands there. Liam Doherty, it's Hong Kong Sevens rep, and he's still got the ball in his hands. They are literally a metre short of the line here. Solid defence, goal line defence there from Van der Schmidt. They're all on their haunches, Valley. The ball coming slowly here. So, referee Fox getting in there and amongst it. I think Scottish probably tried to bite at that a little bit too soon. And there he is, Nick Brown. Brownie coming up with the ball. What a legend that man is. One of the few players that you'll see that freely moves between the front row and the back row.
Collar up, tight shirt, ready to go.
So Tom Wilson, ball in two hands. He's inviting people to come onto him there, but nobody ran the line. Scottish skipper Ale Nordone. Salter runs straight into Tarasenga there.
Not who you want to run into.
Faisal staying on his feet and staying strong there. Gets the ball up to Christie. Connor Hartley with those big mitts. Fijian style with a one-handed offload there. Squire ran into a dark alley there. And very, very uncharacteristic to see Nick Brown getting involved in a little bit of how's your father there. So Luke Dewar got two balls there. You'll need to make a decision which one you're going to throw in. Tom Konku. Not unlike yourself, Hugh, starting at the Kowloon Club.
We also went to university together, played at Coldie together. So he's actually followed me around a bit.
Jack Moses there with a good take. Just steps through the weak shoulder there. Luke Trahan just offering a little bit of encouragement for the referee to give that penalty there. So a decent kick, taking play deep into the Scottish 22. Valley really yet to have the hands on this ball in any meaningful way.
Yeah, they'll be glad to be in Scottish's half, and the boys love them all, so let's see what happens here.
Big Toby Salmon could be a target here, but Tarasenga rises, gets the ball into Van der Schmidt's hands, and Trahan comes off his wing. And Tom Wilson in there with a great jackal, getting that shiny bald pate over the top of the ball. And I think he's beginning to think better of it there. Need to stay out of that kind of thing, Tom, and let the big boys. Oh, I think he's maybe got his hamstring stretched a little bit there in jackling that ball, but it was certainly a really timely intervention. So Scottish here, Dylan Edwin. He's been playing some of his rugby in Edinburgh with a feed to this line out here. Great take there by Rory Campbell. Christie there whipping his forwards on in front of him. There's some really good work there by Dylan Edwin. Stays with that ball. Squire out the back to Wilson, who drops it on the toe. And referee Fox coming back for the collapse maul. It would be debatable whether that was an advantage. I think a line out 5 metres from the Valley line may well have been the better option, but at least they now get the opportunity to punt this deep into Valley territory and see what they can make. So early on, Hugh, I'd say Scottish definitely have got the better of the early exchanges.
Yeah, for sure. They've got the front foot, haven't they? Great turnover from Tickle back there in a good position for Valley. And I think when you've got him on the pitch again, he produces magic, but he's also got a very good boot. You probably saw his kick in the last minute of the play a few weeks ago, hands straight in the air before the ball went over the post. So let's see if he can do the same today.
Yeah, that was a dagger through Tiger's heart, that one. It's a decent strike. And regulation straight through. 10 points to 0.
I'm going to be honest, I tried to give him the commentator's curse there, but it didn't work.
It was a decent strike, and it just had the legs to get there. So
has that actually gone over? I'm not sure it has, to be honest.
So the referee calls time off Toby Salmon, who is a large human being, probably the largest height-wise guy playing in the Premiership in Hong Kong this season. Big man. Oh. That would have been a fine sight to have seen Nick Brown on the hoof. So that was adjudged a knock-on by Blue.
I backed Brownie to score there. Anything 22 metres out.
The only problem was he had hands like feet. I think it was a complete surprise to him that the ball dropped into his hands. So on the open side here for Valley, Roger Ung gets a start this week. Be interesting to see whether Valley assert that scrum dominance they had at the first one. Tom Conku and Keegan Glade driving through. The whole thing's broken apart, and they have the scrummage, so they're now playing with house money.
The lads will be loving that against Faisal too.
Absolutely obliterated them there in that scrummage. On the tight head side, Keegan Glade, who's a former South African under-20s player at the Junior World Championships.
See Grant Kemp on the sideline there, barking orders.
As far as Kemp is concerned, it's 2-0 in terms of scrum penalties so far. That's the only score that matters to him. Salmon rising like a salmon. And Luke Dewar's got this at the back here.
Here we go.
As Valley get this moving. Pincott doing what he can, swimming around the edge there, trying to look inconspicuous. And that's gone down. I've got to say, Scottish have really mugged the referee off there and done well. Out the back here, Hugo Styles, step, still going. Great work there from May. And the ball recovered there by Van der Schmidt. Trahan offering it up to go for a quick one. Now, what will, and May decides to go to the corner. Already 10 points down.
Yeah, they had a solid base for the maul in the other corner, so I think they'll probably try and do the same here. It's a little bit closer.
A little bit closer in, yeah. I think the last one was from about 8 to 10 metres away. So they're right on the 5 metre line here as Diwar lines this up. Salmon gave them a really solid base to set that drive up last time. Oh, bit of a mix-up there. Ball was well recovered there by Valley, but a real mix-up on the line out there, Hugh.
Yeah, some miscomms there. Sam won't be happy with that, but the lads will brush it off and concentrate on this scrum now, especially after the last one.
I can see what you mean about Brownie in a tight shirt and tight shorts.
It's a fine sight, isn't it?
It's like a couple of ferrets fighting their way out of a sack. So Haywood will be looking to put some pressure on Christie here at this scrum feed. It's a better scrummage as Rory Campbell comes away with it, pops it up to Squire. Lawrence May trying to hold him up. Pincott drives it up to set up a base here. They'll either be boxing this and swinging it out on the full to take play almost up to halfway.
It's not like we've not had our opportunities. I just think stay composed, keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully if we get some more line-outs in their 5 metre line, we can take the points.
So good to see Luke van der Schmidt's mother in commentary. Oh, and they've swept onto that one, picking up the scraps. Without doubt, Scottish looking much the sharper in these early exchanges. Christie brings the ball to the left and Solomona runs up a dark alley there. Tauranga with a big tackle there, but given as a high tackle. Good tackle there by Brown on Campbell. So high tackle there by Tauranga. He's been involved in an awful lot so far.
He loves the physical side of the game, doesn't he? Tackles, carries.
And it's also fantastic to give a shout out to Caroline Pincott, proud mother of Jamie, on the day of his 150th appearance for Scottish. And it looks like your wish is coming true in these early exchanges, Caroline.
He'll definitely get this kick. Still not working.
So the curse of the commentator, Hugh Alexander, is trying to put the hex on Tom Wilson, but out to a 13-0 lead with about 18 minutes played. It's not been one-way traffic, but all the most positive phases have pretty much been put together by Scottish so far. Salter with a really excellent take there. Christie's going to exit with a box kick here. It's a short one, looking to put some pressure on. Ben Rennick, the try scorer, up, putting pressure on there. Toby Salmon with a really solid drive there. Haywood trying to set this deeper rup up so that he can box kick. Pincott fingertips away from that. Jack Moses gets up and the ball's gone backwards. Campbell's come up with the scraps. Big swinging pass there from Nardoni. Moses steps to the inside. And that is a huge tackle there from the Lukes. The big impact there being Van der Schmidt, driving him all the way into touch. Dewar with his throw. Salmon, great take off the top there. And Lawrence May, that is a steepling high kick there. Great take by Moses at the back there. Harry says, didn't release him there. Was trying to hold him up. So penalty advantage. Solomona carries it. Wilson with a flat pass there. So that was a fantastic take there by Moses, because that was a steepling kick there from May.
Yeah, he puts him up high. He puts him up high.
So another opportunity for Scottish to clear their lines and get themselves back into the Valley half. So far, Valley haven't really fired too much of a shot in this opening 20 minutes. And Dylan Edwin, Scottish hooker there. I'm not sure if it was underlifted or overthrown, but Van der Schmidt comes away with it for Valley. Ball into the hands of Konku, who's met some pretty stiff opposition down that short side. Dewar with a carry. And Rory Campbell in with a phenomenal jackal to win the penalty.
Just playing a bit too much of it there. I feel like it could have just gone one phase a bit earlier. But I'm not an expert.
And a little message for you, Hugh. Tickle's mother, Shona, is nay happy with your attempts to hex his place kicking.
I'm sorry.
It's got to be said, Shona, it's not working. So 13 points to 0. Scottish now, great take there. The front of the line out. Valley doing quite well to repel this. So far, Scottish still in control of this. About 7 or 8. Referee telling Keegan Glade to get out of that. This has gone down. Scottish will need to make sure that this ball becomes available. And Christie to Solomona, who's driving really hard. Pinches another 2 or 3 metres. Now Pincott takes the ball inside 5 metres. Just a little sneak at the back there. Campbell tries to pop the ball up to Nardoni, but just a little bit too close to the ruck. So scrum feed for Valley. As you said, a lot of collar up swagger there from Nick Brown.
Yeah, he put in a big shot against Jamie Pincott there, didn't he? Some good hustle from the boys on the line. Not letting the Scottish boys through lightly.
So Hayward with the feed. Very much in coffin corner here for Valley. Deep left, 5 metres out from your line is a tough place to exit from.
Especially in Kings Park. I mean, the dead ball area is not the biggest. So
tiny dead ball area.
And this is where it helps to have a left foot kick on the left side of the scrum, but Harry is not your man for that.
Job one, though, is to have a solid platform. And looks like Valley are trying to go for the penalty, which they've won. They're now playing with house money, and they get the ball into the hands of Sayre, who's fighting on that far touchline. But they'll go back for the scrum penalty.
Scrum's looking strong, isn't it?
It's certainly the one hand on the cliff face that Valley have got at the moment, and they probably really need to try and play their way into the game and use that scrum as the weapon. Try and work their way up the field. The line out from both sides has been a little bit shaky and not that dependable.
Well, here we go. Let's see if it improves here.
So, Diwa.
That's the one.
Roger Ung rising there. And another steepling kick from May. Trahan gets amongst it and is onto it. Van der Schmidt has come up with it. Couple of mazy steps off left and right. And I don't think Trahan was expecting that ball to come out the back to him.
I think Luke had his hand in such a strange position, but still managed to get it away. Even I thought he wasn't going to be able to get that away there.
Yeah, just that last pass going astray there. I think Trahan would have been in for all money if that one had stuck.
Yeah, I think so. And it would have been straight on his YouTube, I think. Yeah, it was a big test for Scottish here. Valley scrum's going well.
Yeah, as we've said, we've gone from Valley's coffin corner to Scottish's, and as you say, if the Valley front row can apply that same pressure, Scottish need to really clear this ball quickly, and Campbell comes away with it.
He's great off the base, isn't he?
And some clever footballing skills there. Gets the ball to Hugo Styles, who rips it across to Harry Sayers. Stutters and goes, and that is a great shoulder ball there.
A nice little 1-2 play there from Hugo and Harry.
Yeah.
But again, just that final pass, or just forcing that offload.
Kind of get the feeling that if Valley can just get one of these to stick, maybe they get the train back on the tracks.
It's definitely there. It's definitely there. We've had a couple of line-out opportunities in there, 5 metre, a couple of breaks now. It's coming.
So Christie with the feed.
Nice to have Bros on the live stream. Back in New Zealand now. Valley legend, I would say.
So Christie with the feed. Oh, it's hung up there.
Yes, boys.
Absolutely just taken them apart. as Van der Schmidt comes away with that. I don't think he could believe. So Toby Salmon there. Diwar now attacking right into the heart of Scottish here. They're playing under advantage with house money. And just really stuttering there in attack. I don't think Van der Schmidt could believe that it had opened up quite as quickly as it had for him.
Do you go scrum here?
I would probably go scrum and start to put some question marks in the referee's mind.
It's gone post.
Maybe not a bad thing to take the points. They've been fighting hard. Big smile on the face of Keegan Glade there. Knows that he's got the measure of his man for the moment.
He loves scrumming as well. Absolutely loves it. I think Kempy did a session last week, 20 scrums. He was the only one coming out smiling.
He's a prop and he's South African. Of course he likes scrums. I was very fortunate to be the Hong Kong team manager during Grant Kemp's international career, and that breaks the donut for Valley, closes the gap to 10 points with Lawrence May with a penalty there.
Yeah, good to get on the board. Hopefully more to come now before the half. But you know that Scottish can just score from anywhere, to be honest, so we need to be making sure that our defence is steady wherever we are on the pitch.
So 8 minutes to go to half-time. Good take from Toby Salmon there. So Tarasenga carries the ball up. And now Haywood looking to set up the box kick here. It's high and hanging. Rory Campbell is under it. Good take. But he's really well hit there by Toby Salmon. So Christie. High hanging box kick. Haywood gets it. Now they're looking to rip it into the hands of Harry Sayers. Big show and go there. Big, strong, powerful wing, Harry Sayers there. Really good carry there. Some sharp handling skills there from Konku. May goes aerial again. Jack Moses, off he sets. He's got some green grass there. Ben Rennick absolutely storming into the 22. And Nardoni to Christie. And you said it just a few minutes ago, Scottish can score from anywhere, and they've absolutely broken out there. All started off by that phenomenal take and break by Jack Moses there. And finished off with that signature swan dive of James Christie that we've seen him do time and time again in the seven side that he skippers so well these days.
They just always seem to have got support, haven't they, Scottish? Always somebody there to pass to when they've got their arms free. So, yeah, great try.
So Ben Rennick there was on hand to take the offload from Moses, and he really just put the hammer down. So, Lady 6 points. Oh, the one time that Hugh Alexander doesn't try and put the hex on him, and he absolutely flubs that, and he looks like he's in a bit of trouble. Be interested to know whether it's a real injury or just trying to cover up that terrible kick. I have to say, this would be a pivotal injury if Wilson had to leave the field. He's been absolutely running the cutter for Scottish at 10. Looks like he's in all sorts of trouble here, though, Hugh.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't say anything that time. But poor Tommy. I hope he's all right. Looks like a quad or a hip flexor to me.
Yeah, I think he's been struggling since he got hit in that jackal where he won that thing, off. And that's it. He's
sad.
His day is done.
That's sad.
So coming onto the field, we got Jack Morris. Not quite sure who will step into the 10 jersey. It's maybe Dean Squire comes in. But it looks like Jack Morris is going to the wing. Ben Rennick, and let's have a big hand for Tommy Wilson.
He's been gymming too hard, I think. Who do you reckon's gone to 10 for them then?
I'm not sure, because Morris has gone to the wing. Rennick looks like he's moved more centrally, perhaps to 15.
Jackie Moses has gone to 10.
Tara Singer, big carry, but he runs straight into Pincott, who sends him back from where he came. Ooh. Squire read that perfectly, but just couldn't quite get his hands to it.
Shona, you might be worried about Tickle, but I can tell you he still chirps in a way on the sideline, so he's okay.
So, Afori Manto is having a bit of a torrid time up against Keegan Glade on the tight head side of the Valley scrummage. It's Hayward. That's a much better scrummage from Scottish. Valley with the ball at Van der Schmidt's feet. And they managed to stave off the penalty. Oh, good run there. Good ball off the shoulder there. Connor Hartley does really well to jackal over that ball. Connor Hartley at 6'4", playing in the centre. He's a big man. It's a long way to get down and jackal that ball. So this has really made a big change to Scottish, because Tom Wilson goal kicking from hand for penalties, and now Dean Squire steps up, hammers it in. So there's about 3 minutes to go. So Lawrence May just asking referee Fox why they didn't get the penalty at that scrummage. So Dylan Edwin, great ball off the top. As you said, Jack Moses. Bit of a mix-up there. Again, a little bit disjointed with not having Wilson there. Good carry by Trahan. So it's got to be said,
there he goes.
Valley looking a bit clunky, getting the ball through the hands there. But Styles now attacking. And Van der Schmidt does well, and James Christie has stolen that ball fair and square. Jamie Pincock just solidifying things. Valley really looking to try and get after that ball. So Christie to Pincott. So they're onto the boot. Well fielded by Styles.
He's off.
Nick Brown in the wide channel. Look at that boy go. So a slight high contact there, I think.
50-22.
And yeah, 50-22. And the referee has not played the advantage, and Valley are imploring him. To be honest, it's going to be difficult for Valley to get quite. So some comms going into the referee, but he's absolutely steadfast on.
Oh no.
And I think Valley are going to be. Valley will probably be spewing about that, because that one has gone dead, so it's scrum back when they could have been spotting a line out inside the Scottish 22. So we're into the last play here, Hugh. It's been a pretty comprehensive performance in this first 40 so far by Scottish.
Yeah,
what's your money on? Will they take this ball away and bank 18-3 at half time, or will they play?
Well, I'm watching Connor come into first receiver. Dean is behind the. I think they're going to kick it off.
They're going to play, no?
No, I think they'll kick it off.
So Morgan White on the AR there, giving some good advice into Nico Fox, the referee, that both number sixes are coming up and getting involved, slipping their binds up, getting involved in the front row battle. As we know, Brownie, I think he secretly wants to be in there.
He's playing well on the flank though, isn't he? There's a couple of good breaks in the last week. I think Valley are really going to try and target this again. Be lovely to get a penalty here, wouldn't it? Just before the half.
So Konku, Diwar, Glade. They know that they've got a 10-minute break after this scrummage, so I'm pretty sure they're going to pour every ounce of energy they've got into this scrummage. Scottish will be desperate to get this ball in and away. Christie, and there Campbell just picks the ball up, and as we've said, they banked the 18-3 at half-time. That has been a very, very decent half of rugby for Hong Kong Scottish. They've just played really pragmatically when they've needed to, and when they've broken out to score, it's been pretty impressive, Hugh.
Yeah, they've executed their opportunities, created opportunities out of nothing, and unfortunately, I just don't think Valley have executed theirs. But the signs are there, and there's no doubt that a bit of a reset at half-time, and the Valley boys will come out fighting.
Without doubt. So thank you. We'll be back after half-time.
The Cathay HSBC Hong Kong Sevens.
Yeah, so we've just talked about that. What's happening is, at the start, they are fine, and then just under pressure, it's both sides are kind of just folding or coming up under pressure. So at the moment, it's just I'm going to manage them, but if it gets anything further, I'll talk to them.
So we're going forward, but it just becomes a bit of a shit show.
Yeah, and sometimes it's at the back already, so it's pointless me calling it. Where's Jamie? All good? All good, Lance?
So welcome back to Kings Park for this round 6 final game of the day. Great take there from Alwyn Carstens as we start this second half. This Nan Fung AIRSIDE men's Premiership. Oh, Nick Brown all over that one, but Christie has recovered. Sayers has got the ball. So it says 2 offside. I'm not sure whether they mistook Nick Brown for the hooker. So Squire taking over kicking duties. And Harry Sayers gets the ball to Van der Schmidt, tries to get on the outside. Yet another final pass from Pritchard there. Van der Schmidt did really well because the defence was lining up to take him inside, and he spread the ball wide. Oh,
Here we go.
Dewar's onto this. He's taken fully 20 metres there. Van der Schmidt with a wide pass there to Slater.
Yes.
Drops it to Hugo Styles. Good pick up there. So Konku being held up there. Carstens lifts his leg and puts him to the floor.
Oh, great kick.
And May just drills it into the corner, which will put a little bit of pressure on Scottish to get out of here.
Yeah, good outcome, I think, there. Nothing much happening outside him, so he just nudged it through. Bit of pressure on the line-up. Make them kick it out.
So Faisal Solomona making way for Vondre Norcia.
Does not look happy.
Who is from the same club as Keegan Glade. Just waiting for Solomona. Just slowly making his way off the paddock. Oh, long throw there over the top. Nardoni straight onto it. Some big fight there. Campbell. I think that was Jack Morris.
Yeah, he's
with
got
a real
great left
raking
boot.
kick there. Hugo Styles goes high. Trahan is after it. Picks up the scraps as Carsten drops the ball. Konku. And a real lack of fluency from Valley, really being architects of their own downfall at the moment. Dewar, oh, fantastic work there. Big hit on Toby Salmon there. Liam Doherty, who was off there, that could really have been curtains for Valley. Some big timber. Harry King, Eric Nixon coming on. They look like some big men that have come onto the field here.
Just interested to know why, with 3 minutes into the half, maybe they just needed a bigger warm-up in the half-time break.
So it's going to be interesting to see whether this new front row for Scottish changes the dynamic of the way that scrummages have been going thus far. Hayward with the feed. So an elbow on the floor there. It's either an elbow on the floor or just pulling down. So Lawrence May doing his best to carve some metres off. Scottish never short of a bit of chat to the referee and the AR. Tarasenga, great take. Yeah. Valley just need a little spark. They seem a little bit flat. That ball, not the greatest of passes, dropping towards Van der Schmidt's ankles there, and he did his best to try and reel it in, but just spilt it forward.
Yeah, tough one to take, that one, but it would have been good to see Lukey have a bit of a run there, wouldn't it? But again, we go. Scrum's our strength. Let's get stuck into him.
Get a really good opportunity to see Konku going to work on Eric Nixon on this side. Well, actually, Fondre Norcia is on this tight head side. I can only imagine that Rob Lennox is itching to get into this fray.
He might be the spark we need. Bit of grit.
It's a better scrummage from the Scottish. Campbell with a great raking pass there to Moses. Kick deep, and Hugo Styles. So Ben Rennick now stepping up to carve off some metres there, and decent kick.
Lawrence, can you just tell your flankers to stay on the scope until the ball's out? Okay, about leaving early. Just when you get a chance.
So Nick Brown penalised at that last scrummage for detaching too early. Oh, there he is, the old man, Jamie Pincott. Scottish have got a decent drive on here. They've got really good control here. Valley need to keep recycling themselves to keep defending this. It's in real dangerous splintering here. Pincott's still on the ball. Nick Brown sticking to him like something to a blanket. Carsten's driving here, and the referee, double blow on the whistle there, calls time. Don't know if it's an injury or he's going to issue a warning here. So referee Fox basically telling Lawrence May that Valley need to stop the transgressions in this red zone here. I would imagine the kicking tee will be coming onto the field here. In fact, there it is, Gregor McNeish handing the tee to Rennick.
Shame not to have Gregor out there today. Classy player, I would describe him as.
Yeah, he's a man who looks like he's got all the time in the world when he's on the ball.
Is it staying on? All staying on? Yeah? Okay, let's go now. We're going to tie back on. Yeah, shot call.
So shot called.
Okay, tie back on now.
Ben Rennick has already had a tremendous influence in this game. Scored the opening try, and it was his support of Jack Moses' initial break that really breached deep into the Valley 22 to set up Christie's try. And there it is, first score of the second half, 21 points to 3. I'm getting the feeling, Hugh, that Valley definitely need to be the next team to score here.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice to have a little bit of momentum, wouldn't it? So, can hope.
Deep kick there, but putting themselves under all sorts of pressure. Good read by Nick Brown. Crucial for Valley not to give a penalty away here and give Scottish an easy exit. Hugo Styles rips a lovely ball in field. Lawrence May pushes the grubber through, but Rennick, deep ball. Van der Schmidt winding up, pirouettes through. Good ball from Harry Sayers as he cuts in field, but he runs into a big phalanx. So Campbell there, not given a clear release. Good play there by Harry Sayers as he cut in field.
Always beats the first man, Harry, doesn't he? That big left foot step. He's a strong boy. Hair's looking good as well, isn't it?
So Diwa just taking the call from Konku there. Great take there from Tarasenga. Diwa with the ball in hand here. It's the first time that
free play.
Time that Valley have really put forward the free play.
Oh, go.
Rennick getting back and involved there, and Jack Morris came away with the ball, but they were playing. Also adjudging that he's played him off the ball. Very lucky, giving away a professional foul. And as you say there, Hugh, a real mystery as to why Valley didn't take the scrummage there. Maybe they are feeling a little bit more pressure with the Scottish replacements.
Or I suppose they just had a line out where they mauled well, got a penalty from it, so there could be that. But yeah, I mean, our scrum's been strong the whole game, so either would have been a good choice. Even if we score off this was the best option, wasn't it?
Yeah. So Diwa. Another great take from Tarasenga. They've got it on the move, but they need to make sure they've got it solid. Diwa through, and that is just what the doctor ordered for Valley. They desperately needed that just to get a toehold in this game, cutting the deficit to 21-8.
Great decision to go corner.
Hindsight is a beautiful thing, but Valley got that rolling really quickly, and it split up in front of them, and Diwa made a really good decision to step out and just go for the line, getting over.
Yeah, it looked like it broken down, didn't it, in front of him, and he's just come off the back there, saw a gap and fallen over the line. So that could be the spark that Valley needed.
Without doubt, they had to get this next score, and this is a crucial kick. It's a decent strike, and it's over. So May there with the conversion cuts the deficit to 11 points, and there's still well over 25 minutes to play.
Yes, plenty of game time left. Plenty. I think Scottish have had a little shuffle here. James Christie seems to come to the wing. I think Ewan's gone to 9.
So Scottish have come up with that. That's pretty poor by Valley there.
Ooh.
Great tackle there. The African combo of Van der Schmidt and Tarasenga. Jamie Pincott running a little bit high there. Oh, Jack Moses, just electric pace off the mark there. So McCurdy to Rennick. Phil Salter making some yards down that left edge. McCurdy up to the big man. Norche.
Nash there again.
McCurdy. And one of the first times there that we've seen Scottish falter and make a mistake behind the forwards.
Nashi putting a couple of good hits in it. Always nice to send the other team backwards when you're defending, and then the boys get up and can put pressure on the other team.
So Van der Schmidt taking a little bit of treatment from the mechanics there. There was a little bit of push and shove between the two number 12s there, as the water techs run on from all directions here at Kings Park. As we've said, this is game 3. We've had a fantastic day of rugby. We've had 2 relatively one-sided games, and this really has been the best game of the day so far, Hugh.
Yes, I mean, it's nice to see a close game, isn't it?
It's a contest.
Agreed.
It's pretty much an arm wrestle.
It's going to go right down to the wire, I think. Valley's still got some impact subs to make as well. Some experience coming off the bench, and some flair in Villy too.
Yeah. So Scottish have had to endure some changes, with Jack Moses having to move to the 10 jersey. So Keegan Glade coming up with the decision on the tight head side of that scrummage.
I mean, I have no idea what's going on in there, but it looks like Scottish weren't happy with that.
I get the feeling that after this game, no matter what the result is on the scoreboard, Keegan Glade will feel that he has won this game.
Yeah, he'll be smiling. There's no doubt about that. But I think the most important thing is to get the points for the boys here, so hopefully he keeps on going like that.
Yeah, it's hard from this side of the field, the camera angle, to see what went on that side of the scrum, but in any case, Dewar is throwing into the line here, and Rory Campbell gets one of those go-go gadget arms in to disrupt that. Jack Moses, high kick. So it looks like Nick Brown has been called for a late shot on Jack Moses. Both benches getting pretty animated. Gregor McNeish winding up the Valley bench there. It's Carl. So I think we could well see a piece of cheese here.
Yeah, he's going to his pocket, isn't he? It's always tough to see it back on video, but yeah, I don't really know what to say, to be honest.
So yellow card shown to Nicholas Brown, Esquire. I will no doubt hear all about it later on in the Happy Valley Bar and Grill. The referee, there should be kick or kick. I think for a late hit, that should be kick or kick, not kick or scrum. Very, very interesting call, that one.
I think we'll just let this one go. I'll move on and just concentrate on the scrum.
It's obviously good. It's a good call for Valley. And Rob Lennox has entered the fray here. As we get down into the championship minutes, Lennox is a man you definitely want in the trenches with you.
Yeah, he's got
Rory
good
Campbell
experience.
To Squire, Moses. Oh, great. Oh. And one of the first flubs that Rennick's made all day, really. So they really got to the outside of Valley here. Having a 7 superstar like James Christie be able to pop up midfield to distribute the ball. Great asset. So Lennox just pulls that ball in. So high hanging kick here. Trahan is after this. Jack Morris managed to just get ahead of him. Dean Squire just pushes it deep. Really keeps the pressure.
Look who's there.
And Lennox is there. Harry says didn't really offer him an option there. But Lennox, amazing work there. Tom Wilson still trying to run this game from the touchline here.
You got time,
Jack Moses with acres of space and time. Rennick And then Jack Morris sets off. Mazy run, and he's making ground. He's still going. Carries into contact there. Moses. I think Luke Trahan is a lucky man to still be on the field there.
Oh no, referee's changed his mind, I think.
So just listening into the referee and Sam Brown, the AR, it looks to me like Luke Trahan is going to receive the cheese as well. So Valley down to 13 men. I think Scottish are potentially thinking about whether they scrum. 11-10, big discussion going on, but Pinker asked Rennick to push it as tight to the corner as he can. So just as you felt Valley were clawing their way back into this game, they're down to 13 men, probably for another 7 minutes before Nick Brown will return. You feel that the game is right here, right now, Hugh?
Yeah, tough with 13 players, but
it's a good bit of defence initially, but now that Scottish have got the rumble on here, have they got the ball at the back? Squire hit hard. Valley fighting for their lives here. And they are through there. One of the replacement props there. I think that's Eric Nixon.
It's always going to be tough with 13 men, isn't it?
26-10. Still a good 18, 19 minutes to go. A 16-point advantage they hold before the kick comes. They've now really pushed it that Valley need to be the next to score. So Rennick with this conversion. And there it is. 28-10.
I think just going back to Jack Morris, it's good to have him out there. There was rumours he wasn't going to play this year, so good to see his left foot kick
it was
and step.
a phenomenal mazy run when he returned that kick. Lennox trying to drag his team back into this. Be interesting to see what Gus Ledger does at the end of Nick Brown's yellow card, whether he brings him back into the fray. I think you probably need, if you have Lennox and Brown out there, you need some niggles, some fight, some grit.
Yeah, I think we also need somebody that can score from anywhere at this time in the game, and there's no better than Vili, so I'm sure he'll be thinking about getting him on.
Button, Pot Heater, Max Woodward, Willie Nyavalu. Great take again by Tarasenga. Valley trying to get the shunt on here. Diwa in control of this. Couple of the Scottish boys shearing off the sides. Diwa keeping this on. Hard to imagine how that has gone to floor legally. Good tackle there. So the frustration for Valley boiling over. Some words said to the referee.
I don't think the lads were happy with that maul and how it ended, but yeah, when you talk to the ref back like that, you're always going to get pinged, aren't you?
Yeah, Rob Lennox. The frustration was there.
Big potty on.
Baron Pot-Eater on for Konku. He's put in a very, very good shift.
Yeah, great shift from Conks today. And the scrums.
Former Cornish Pirate and Harry says picking up the scraps there. Feels very much to me, Hugh, like Valley need to roll the dice now. Just playing possession and territory isn't going to do it. They've got to look for something a bit special. And that spark's probably got to come from Sayers or Styles. Or some bold substitutions. Connor Hartley, and they work this ball to the edge into the hands of Jack Morris, but just slightly overrunning Rennick there. So the referee's comms have gone. So 66 minutes gone. 14 minutes to go. Valley need to run at more than a point a minute for the end of this game.
Yeah, we'll see if there's any movement on the sidelines. Nick Brown's getting ready to come back on.
Yeah. So Hayward with the put in at the scrummage. That dominance is coming. Some really good control at the base there by Van der Schmidt. This is one of those, if they're going to come back for the penalty, Valley don't want to scrub off loads of minutes. Some real frustration showing through. Ben Rennick chips it ahead. Keegan Glade carrying hard there.
Control! Control! Connor, get him out, carry him out. Yes! Go, Connor!
Oh, and Jamie Pincott is onto this. It's a foot race and footballing skills.
Penalty try. It's a penalty try. Penalty try.
And he's given a penalty here.
You're on. Well, somewhat.
Some interesting decisions here, you'd have to say, for committing a professional foul 5 metres from the line and no yellow card is an interesting decision.
I mean, that probably should be a card. And I think the Valley boys are probably a little bit frustrated that their penalty advantage got taken away about a minute before from a scrum.
Absolutely. Whenever the kick was completely under pressure, and the referee appeared to play it like it was a knock-on advantage. So Chad Solomon replaces Luke Dewar here. Just some fresh energy onto this field. Currently an 18-point advantage, 28-10. Great take there from Campbell, but not straight.
They didn't compete.
So no competition in that line out, but a judge not straight. So Nick Brown back onto the field. Lennox now playing open side.
Can see Henry Shield getting ready to come on the bench. I think Luke Trahan can't be far off either. A nice boost to finish the game for Valley. Can they do it? It's a tough ask. More than three scores.
So Lawrence May trying to carve off some meters here.
Hughes ball.
So Trahan is now back onto the field. Henry Shield comes on. And it looks like Lawrence Hayward makes way.
Two streamlined blokes coming on there, Henry Shield and Luke.
Oh, good take there under pressure from Tara Sanger at the front of the line. The ball is in the hand of Solomons here. So Vondre Nortje swimming through there. Onto Chad Solomon.
Great kick. Picking up the tempo.
Phenomenal kick.
Here we go.
5 meters out.
Let's have 'em, Valley! Let's go, Valley!
Shawnee Bennett barking from the sideline. He would love to be out there.
So Solomon with his first throw into the line out. Could not be more crucial here. Valley have to get a score. Tara Sanger has been dominant.
It's a good setup.
Chad Solomon there. They're in all over the side, but Solomon there. I think the emotions are starting to run a little bit high, both sides there. So AR Morgan White has come in and made the referee aware of a little transgression by Rob Lennox after the try was scored. Crucial kick here from Lawrence May. It's a good strike.
Hey Lawrence, just so that you know, so after the try's been scored, okay, you've had 20 come off the stick after the try was being scored. Okay, so we're going to start halfway with a penalty in blue.
So we're going to restart this game. The penalty on halfway for Scottish.
We're going to start with a penalty. After the try was scored. It's your penalty here, Jamie.
It was a really good setup by Valley and a good score there. Replacement hooker Chad Solomon.
Behind the kicker.
Pretty decent kick there from Rennick.
Yeah, great kick. Great kick.
Deep into the Valley 22. Probably about 6 to 7 minutes left on the clock. Valley now crucially just inside 2 scores. It's a good setup.
20 out now, thank you. Out now.
Ball back into the hands of Harry King. They're working this well now. Oh, and they've knocked it on.
No, not here. Just over here. There's lost ball.
Even I was concerned that the referee had not picked that one. So Hong Kong legend Max Woodward, Asian Games gold winner, heralded Sevens captain for many, many years. Also an experienced international 15s player for Hong Kong.
Okay, time on now.
So Hugo Styles has stepped into the scrum half position. He'll have fed many a 7 scrummage in his time, but this is a different proposition. Henry Shield just in the background there, menacing. Looks like he's wanting to get after something here. So the call is coming in. Blue that's maybe the 9th or 10th scrum penalty. And finally a warning from referee Nico Fox. And that is a decent clearance taking play up to halfway. Right in front of the adoring Scottish fans. So Chad Solomon needs to hit his arrows here. Hugo Styles Puts the ball into the night sky. Jack Morris. Ben Rennick launches one down to the opposition 22. Luke Trahan sets off. Some stutter steps into contact. What can Valley launch from here? Woodward with his first touch of the ball. Steps inside.
Defended well today, Connor, I think.
Solomon put himself just ahead of Styles there. Just a little bit of panic setting in there. It was a really good carry infield there by Max Woodward. Scottish in no hurry here.
Let's go, please.
Just about 3 minutes to go in this game. They know they just need to run the clock down on this.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Another big scrummage from the Valley 8. Out into the hands of Jack Morris. He steps in field. Shield grabs him. That is a phenomenal jackal by Lennox. Flings the ball infield. Tarasenga. And now Harry Sayers just looking for some green grass. Oh, some good work. Gets the ball to Van der Schmidt. Gives the forwards a great target in the middle of the field there. Toby Solomon. Good solid carry. Lawrence May with a big wide ball there. Styles clears the ball away. Keegan Glade has played an 80-minute performance here in the front row. Hugo Styles looking for a little snipe.
There.
Ewan McCurdy comes up with the turnover. Nick Brown with a little bit to say there. Keegan Glade rolling his eyes to the back of his head there. He has put in a real fighting performance, but 28-15 with about a minute to go. So young Ben Rennick has really made a phenomenal return. It's only his second game back after rupturing his ACL. First game of last season. So the referee has said that it is last play. The only thing that Valley have to play for. So Scottish were looking to bring on Mikkel Christiansen. And that is it. Scottish come away with a 28 points to 15 win. It was a game that was really punctuated by that first half and the way that Scottish played, and they just shut Valley out of the game from start to finish, I think. And it was only at the start of the second half when Diwar got the try that you felt that Valley were really struggling to get themselves into the game, Hugh.
Yeah, a bit gutted, obviously, but you know there was opportunities there for Valley, wasn't there, and just unfortunately just didn't take them today. And Scottish made opportunities out of nothing at times. And
yeah, when you look at the many final passes that didn't quite go to hand, the great offload here where Van der Schmidt got the offload to Trahan, and then a couple of others in the first half there. You've got to say it really just wasn't Valley's day today, I feel.
Yeah, I don't think it was, unfortunately. But the lads will, debrief at training and get round each other, and we'll come back next week.
And fantastic to see the old warrior there, centre screen with a beard. Rob Lennox absolutely getting in amongst it from the get-go. A proper warrior, and perhaps if he'd been out there a little bit longer, then there might have been a better outcome. But a really good win for Hong Kong Scottish, 28 points to 15, Hugh.
Yeah, and congratulations again to Jamie Pincott on his 150.
Yeah,
nice for him to finish on a win.
An absolutely fantastic day. And I know that all at Valley will be sad to have not come up with the win in memory of Jason Going, who we will all remember. Rest in peace, Jason. So, Hugh, final closing words. Thank you very much, my friend. Hopefully you'll be back out there soon enough, but you're always welcome in the commentary booth with me anytime.
Absolute pleasure. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Hugh. And thanks, everybody. That is the end of Super Saturday from the Nan Fung Airside Men's Premiership here in Hong Kong.